Good morning, Forge. Coming at you live from the home gym. Wow, I see you're making Chuck Norris proud because look at that. It's at 95 degrees. Chuck Norris said, unless you're working out at 95 degrees, you're not working out. So hopefully Chuck will be proud. I just wanted to come out and say thanks to James B. II for posting that clip from that podcast from Stephen Bartlett and Jordan Peterson. If you haven't had the chance to watch that, man, I know it's a bit long. It's not really long, 15 minutes or so, but it's deep, right? Anything Jordan Peterson does is pretty deep. But I wanted to talk to you about is I really putting a Forge set of goggles on for this thing when I was watching, because here in a couple of days I'm going to sit around with a bunch of other spiritual leaders at Grace, and they want to know, why is Forge working? What is Forge doing? And I'm really kind of grasping at that, and that some of those things that Jordan Peterson talked about, especially when he talked about, are we chasing happiness? Because if we were, we'd be on the shores of triviality, right? So, and we're not there. Reputation. I've been putting some thoughts and effort towards our reputation, because our reputation in Forge is a good one, right? So I'd be like, well, I don't want to put effort towards that. We shouldn't put effort towards that, because that's not what we have. A reputation, a good one, because we're running after Jesus, right? And I really like when he talks about the being unbearably entertaining, right? Entertaining sounds great. Unbearable doesn't sound good, but you can't have one without the other, right? That's why we like going to movies and watching we can't not watch the train wreck, right? Because it's unbearably entertaining. And we're staying in a position of uncomfortableness, right? And I think that's the reason, right, that God is blessing Forge is because we embrace that. We understand that men are built for maximum challenge. Right? Telling the truth. He talks about telling the truth. It reminds me of that scene from Kingdom of Heaven. Not my favorite movie, but there's parts in that where it's like, you want to be a knight. Tell the truth even if it leads to your death. Because telling the truth, no matter what, at the end, has the best benefits. Right? So, and he talks about having the core of family and friends, right, allows you to go out and do and have that uncomfortably entertaining lifestyle or pursuit, adventure, uncomfortable adventure, right? Because you have that core spirit of your wife, your family, and your that close knit of friends, right? That you're allowed to go in and lock arms with, and then go back out into the battlefield, all right, and have that uncomfortable, entertaining adventure. Right? And that's what we're about at Forge, I think. Thoughts?